front sevens in all of FCS, and I'm really looking forward to that matchup here in about a month.
Now, Ryan, to me, the X factor of this Monmouth team, we know the running game is great. Pete Guerrero has been fantastic so far this year, but when you have a great running game, it really opens up the passing game for Kenji Bahar, and I think going into conference play, Kenji Bahar is the guy that needs to step up if Monmouth wants a conference championship.
My X factor today is going to be Mike Basile. He's not only one of the best defensive backs in the Big South, one of the best defensive backs in football. He holds numerous Monmouth University records. He's had an outstanding season once again, very consistent. And, Glenn, this is a Liberty team that loves to pass the ball. Not really run, but they average a lot of yards through the air. And if Monmouth's going to win today, they're going to need to contain that sophomore quarterback, Stephen Calvert. And Mike Basile, he's going to be a big reason why.
Stephen Calvert has been blowing up the passing game, and it's really important for that Monmouth secondary to create some turnovers and keep Stephen Calvert off the field.
Yeah, now I think another thing, Glenn, this Monmouth Hawks team, they've scored at least 30 points in all of their wins this season, averaging 34 points per game, 23rd nationally. So I want to ask you, Glenn, do you think they can keep that up today against a tougher Liberty team?
I think they can. I think, as we said before, the wheels that turn this offense is Pete Guerrero and the running game. And when the running game is on, that opens up the passing game in so many different ways. The play-action pass, the shotgun, the pistol. So if Pete Guerrero can get going, that opens up so many opportunities for Kenji Bahar. It keeps the defense on their toes. And if Pete Guerrero can set the tone early in the game for Monmouth, it could be a big game for Kenji Bahar through the air.
Now, I want to talk about Pete Guerrero. This kid was a track star last year. He won MAC titles in the 100 and 200. This year, he joins the football team, comes out of nowhere, and is first in FCS in all-purpose yards. What do you think of him so far?
He's been absolutely unbelievable. Me and Matt DeLuca did the game against Lehigh, the second game of the season. He just went off in that game. He scored like 3 touchdowns. He actually also had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Me and Matt, in August, went to Media Day for the football team. And in the press conference, Coach Kevin Callahan said, I don't really know what to expect from our running game. It might be a running back by committee sort of thing. Pete Guerrero said, no way. He took that running game, and he's made it his own, and he's been absolutely phenomenal. Just an amazing rookie season for him.
Killing it. He's killing it.
And I think one of my favorite things about this offense that we haven't talked about yet, they don't turn the ball over. They entered this game with a +6 turnover margin. That's 15th in the NCAA. And I want to ask you, do you think that's more about the scheme, or do you think it's just the talent they have on that side of the ball?
I think it's the talent. I mean, when you run the ball as effectively as you do, you don't need to put the ball in the air in those risky situations as much as other teams would if they don't have a great running game. I sound like a broken record, but it is all about this running game for the Monmouth offense. And if you run the ball with Pete Guerrero and he's effective, then you're not putting the ball in the air as much as you would, and it cuts down on those opportunities for a turnover.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to touch on Liberty a little later, but I want to ask you, they're 3-3 this year. The 3 teams they've beaten have a combined record of 2-17. The 3 teams they've lost to, 14-4. How good do you think this Liberty team actually is?
I think they're middle of the pack. You are what your record is, and they're 3-3 right now, so they're an average football team until we see otherwise. So I think this is a great opportunity for Monmouth. Their first conference game, they're going to have a sold-out crowd. It's homecoming. It's a big game. There's a lot of alum here. So I think this is a great opportunity for Monmouth to continue this great start to the season.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that. This is the first time a lot of these alumni are going to get to see this newly renovated Kessler Stadium. Now, Glenn, I know you saw it. How impressive is it over there?
It's so impressive. The press box is absolutely second to none. It's like a professional setting. The crowds have been into it. It's just been an amazing experience. And the last 2 years, there hasn't been a lot of buzz about Monmouth football, mostly because of the team's performance, but also the stadium's was kind of outdated, and now we have a good football team. We have a state-of-the-art stadium, and it's a new era of Monmouth football.
It is a new era of Monmouth football, and it's really exciting. I'm really excited to see what this game will bring. It's going to be a great day. So let's take it over to Hanya and Kara and see what they've got over at the promo table.
Hey guys, we are here at the promo table. We are here to have lots of fun and to collect money for
Feeding South Florida.
We are going to start with our first game, the hula hoop trivia.
For this game, we are going to have 2 people playing. For each question that they get right, they win 5 points. But if they drop the hula hoop or if they get the question wrong, they lose 1 point. So let's go meet our contestants for today.
All right.
Hi.
So what is your name?
I'm Erin.
And what is your major and what's your year?
Communications. It's first year.
All right. And what is your favorite part about homecoming?
I love all the school spirit that is shown, and I love how Monmouth everyone comes together and we're all one, and it's really awesome.
Awesome.
Right. And what is your name?
My name is Taylor.
And what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Right. What are you looking forward to most about homecoming?
Living life to the fullest.
All right.
Taking
So-
each day by day.
Awesome, awesome.
Are you ready
So-
for the game?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
So we're just gonna, if you guys can come
Step
stand over
over.
here. Yep.
Yep.
Both of you guys, and we're gonna start with trivia questions. When you guys start hula hooping.
Alright.
All right. So.
You guys ready? All right. Question 1. Which athlete won the most Olympic medals?
Yeah, go.
Which athlete? Okay. 5 points. Which medal makes up 92.5% of Olympic gold medal? Yes. We both are tied.
Keep going.
Which of these countries have not hosted the Summer Olympics? Finland, Mexico, India, or Belgium? India. 10 points. Which of these animals were used in the 1900 Olympics? Elephants, cats, pigeons, or parrots?
Cats.
It was pigeons. Which sport do men and women compete against on equal terms? It's archery, shooting, golf, or equestrian. Golf. No, it was horse riding.
All right, guys, keep going, keep going. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Which of the following has never been an Olympic event? Hot air ballooning, 10-pin bowling, croquet, or motorcycle racing?
Hot air ballooning.
No, you're both wrong.
Come on, guys, you got this. You got this.
I keep dropping it.
What unusual record does London 2012 Olympian Ricardo Bias hold? Hold on.
You guys doing good? Keep going.
Yeah, why not? Why are you holding this?
All right,
What
keep
is
going.
the Olympic motto?
Only
Right.
the best win.
All right. The options are: you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Sidious, Altius, and Fortius.
I feel like that's it.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah. All right, I think you're winning so far.
You're winning. I
Keep
got my
going.
goal like 3 times.
Of the following 4 nations, only one has an Olympic medal to name: Bolivia, Albania, Djibouti, or Fiji.
Fiji.
No.
Wrong. Keep going.
I think you guys are in the negative points.
We're in the negative points.
Great. Seems like you guys are winning. You can pick up anything from the promo table that you would like.
I have a cramp. That was a
Come
lot.
over
Good
here.
job, guys.
So we have different stuff. You guys did so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy we did this.
You guys can pick
You
up
can take a
anything
shirt
you want.
too if you would like.
I want a phone thing. That's what I want.
Yeah, so you guys have different things to pick from: footballs, IDs.
Get one of these. Love mom.
And look.
What a great school.
Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you, guys.
How much more time do we have?
So we're gonna throw it back to the hosts.
Hey guys, welcome back. So just a couple of reminders. This is a charity event, so we are taking donations for Feeding South Florida. Another reminder, we are simulcasting with the X, so make sure you tune in there, or you're watching it live, and we're on YouTube at Hawk TV MU. And if you're in the area, make sure you're using our Snapchat geotag and that you're sending us the pictures so we can give you a shout out, because we love all the love and support that you guys are also giving us. So here we have Dean Womack. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling great. It's a fabulous homecoming, and it's good to see you.
Great. So I have some questions for you.
All right, bring them on.
So how are you? It's homecoming, and the theme this year is Rise of the Hawks. Now, in your own words, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's a very apt theme. We are rising, and we are going to have our biggest crowd ever today. That's a fact. More than 1,000 alums are coming back, and they're spending time at their alma mater. And we are rising. This is our time. Monmouth, in the last few years, has a fabulous window of opportunity to become a leading national university, and we're doing it already.
Okay, that's great. So what is your favorite part about Monmouth University's homecoming?
Well, I got to tell you, and it's going to sound like I'm sucking up, but I swear to God I'm not. My favorite part is this event out here on the Brock Reed Common. Every year, our communications team gets together, and if you could see what I'm seeing now, which is absolutely fabulous, you've got several crews working, you've got the promo table, your host table, of course, the sports panel to our right. It's just fabulous, and it's all student-run, student-organized, and student broadcast. This is really the best part.
Oh, thank you. Well, we appreciate your support. So what is your favorite part about being the dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences?
It absolutely begins and ends with the students. We have great student spirit, and that's what we're celebrating today, of course, with homecoming, is this idea of bringing your spirit back to the university. But groups like our communication students here today always do that. They do it every day. They don't need to be told what to do. They want to do it, and that's actually what makes Monmouth very special. I've been at other universities where students really needed a lot more guidance than they do here. There's something special with Monmouth students who have a healthy bit of ambition, right? A sense of they're going places, and that's what I think makes the Hawks special.
Oh, that's amazing. So shout out to us, Monmouth students. Clearly, we are doing an amazing job. So what drives your passion and being the dean? What makes you get out of bed every day with a smile on your face?
Well, absolutely. In my role, I'm an advocate for student interests. I'm an advocate to raise money to support those interests, to make sure that our students can travel around the world so that we can build great new facilities and build out our dreams and make those special things possible. I mean, things like these microphones, right? The wonderful equipment we have here. So what gets me out of bed is making sure that as you're being ambitious and going after your dreams, that I'm pushing forward and making those dreams possible by providing resources.
Okay. So the game is later on. Will you be attending the game today?
I will not.
Oh, okay.
But I'm here to predict a victory. I was listening very intently to the sports panel, and I think the plus rating on our turnovers, not to mention our opponent, I really feel good about today.
Yes, like you said, we are rising, and I think that it's going to be a successful event today. Now, this is a benefit event, so we are, again, as another reminder, we are raising money for Feeding South Florida. So how do you feel knowing that Monmouth students are doing so much to give back to those in need?
Again, that's what makes Monmouth students special, right? No faculty member had to say, hey, go raise money for South Florida. You guys are doing it on your own. And I think it's a great tribute to you and this cause that here we are with the biggest crowd we've had in our time at Monmouth coming out for homecoming. So that should be a tribute to this effort.
Okay. Now, you're also a professor, so can you tell me what's one of your favorite classes that you teach here?
Well, I have not had an opportunity to teach at Monmouth yet. A dean's life is a very busy thing, doing all that advocacy that we talked about earlier. Over the years, I've typically taught Beatles courses. I write about the Beatles. Yes. So in my professorial life, I do a lot of time going after my hobby at night, which is writing. I know that's exciting.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm here for the writing.
But that's what I love to do. So that's what gets me up in the evening, but I wake up for the students.
Okay, so tell us about your experience as an undergrad and how homecomings are for you and what makes Monmouth's homecoming different than homecomings you've previously attended.
Monmouth's homecoming is frankly better than my experience. I went to Texas A&M, which, as you know, is a giant school, 50,000 undergraduates, a lot of school spirit, the famous bonfire that they build every year, lots of traditions. But at a place like that, you're really lost in the crowd. I mean, you're a number. Quite simply in a computer. Here are students, if you want to be involved and you want to have a significant role and see that role grow over time, it's going to happen. You can literally be a part of this in ways that at those big schools you just can't. And I think that is the difference, too, when I was describing earlier, folks like yourself who are ambitious and thinking about their futures. It's easier to do that when you have lots of support in place and people who feel the same way.
So let's take it back to the Beatles. Why the Beatles?
Well, I'm not a first-generation fan. You can tell because I have no graying hair, or maybe slightly here. I'm a fan of the Beatles because I love their music and the way they go from, I'll do it for your benefit of your viewers. They start out here very primitive, and they end up here, and then they leave the stage forever. I'm fascinated by that kind of artistic trajectory. And they had to have a certain ambition to do that. And it had to be an ambition that was beyond becoming wealthier or more famous. They weren't going to really do that. They were already the most famous people in the world. And they already were looking at wealth beyond their wildest dreams. They did it because they love the art. And it's really the same reason they got us here today on a Saturday, right? We love this place and we love what we're doing, so we're here.
Very true. So tell me some more things that you love about Monmouth University, about homecoming, about the the atmosphere and the vibe that we feel here today?
This is my third year. I just started my third year, and what excites me and still continues to excite me really are the amount of resources the students have at their fingertips. I mean, you literally have close to 1,000 people who work for you, whose job it is to support you in whatever you want to do, whether it's finding an internship, a great internship in your field, say in north of here or in New York, you name it, that's our job. And at Monmouth, what makes it so different and so special to me is that we can actually do that. If we want to have an internship for every student, we can do that, and we're working very hard to get there. In fact, we may be there indeed this year. We can do things like that, whereas again, I was at large schools, Texas A&M, Penn State. You literally cannot do that statistically. The numbers are overwhelming, and you're in the middle of nowhere. Here we make that happen, and I think that's pretty special.
Okay, so if you have any advice for any of the students here today, tailgating and going to the game with all the school spirit, what would your advice or some words be to the students partaking in today's festivities?
Well, first of all, I'm thrilled that you're coming out and you're participating in events like this and being a part of it, maybe having a special part of it, maybe hosting like you. I think that's fantastic. But be sure to make sure that the things you and I have been talking about here, the resources that we have available, our job to make sure that you're getting the experiences you need. If that's not happening, come see people like me, the Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences, or other deans in other areas, and ask us how we can help you make sure you're getting the experiences you need, because it's never too late, although it starts to be after you graduate. So we want to work for you, but sometimes we do need to be reminded that you need our help. So never fear calling us up or stopping by our offices to get the resources you need.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful
Absolutely.
Saturday morning. We're now going to throw it to Hanya and Kara at the promo table.
What is your name?
My name is Joe. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Shabuzo.
My name's Brittany.
Hi, I'm Steph.
Anthony.
So we're going to ask him a little bit of trivia questions about campus.
All right, to start, what year was Monmouth established? Yes.
1933.
Correct. 1933.
All right. Before it was Monmouth University, the school was called...
Yes.
Monmouth College.
Correct.
All right. Who is the current president of Monmouth University?
Anyone.
Demina, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Greg
Awesome.
Correct. All right. True or false? Wilson Hall is a national landmark. Yeah?
True.
Correct.
All right. What film was filmed in Wilson Hall?
You guys should know this.
Annie.
Correct.
Also.
And she is okay. Anybody? Okay.
All right, next question. True or false? Monmouth University offers an undergraduate program called Bruce Springsteen History.
Do they really?
True.
It's false.
Sorry, Anthony. All right.
Sorry,
We wait. Maybe one day. You never know.
True or false? Monmouth University has its own student-run television station.
True. Hawk TV, channel 12.1.
Yes, we're on it right now.
True or false? Monmouth University has its own student-run radio station.
No.
True.
And what is it called?
WMCX.
Yes. WMCX.
Next question. Monmouth University has its own student-run record label.
True. Blue Hawk Records.
Correct.
You guys are doing great.
I think he's going to be the winner.
Yeah, damn right.
And what do you guys want to win off of the promo table today? Anything fun? We got a lot of mugs and...
I see a money jar over there. Can I win that off of the promo table?
I'm sorry, that is going to Florida.
Go Florida. Might be moving there. God bless.
And what was your favorite part about attending Monmouth?
Just the community and the friends I made.
And what is your favorite part about... where's your favorite part
Homecoming.
to sit around Monmouth?
I like to sit around Wilson Hall, just any area there.
And what about you? Anything in specific you like to sit around?
I like sitting right outside the student center. Yeah, by the tent, like, you know, the umbrella part.
I think the nicest place to sit around here is Wilson Hall, so, yep. Should we do some more trivia?
Yeah, let's do some more trivia, guys.
All right. How many student residences are on Monmouth campus? There is a lot of them.
You have an answer?
9.
Incorrect.
No.
Wait.
11.
You're getting closer, but not quite.
13.
A little higher.
No, a little higher, guys.
I already guessed.
15.
You're very close.
Oh, that's all right.
All right, we're going to give that to her.
We're going to give it to you.
Actually,
It
16.
is 16.
Yep.
Really, that much?
All right.
Yeah. All right, one
So-
more question.
Yep.
Who is the Monmouth alum who would go on to pitch in the MLB for the Baltimore Orioles?
Brad Brock.
You are correct. Do you think we have a winner today?
Yeah.
Electric in the air. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is all for our Monmouth trivia right now. We're going to throw it back to the hosts.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Bree Merriman, class of 2017 alumni, coming back. Bree, thank you so much for being here. She gonna do her thing. She gonna perform. She gonna kill it on set. So, Bree, the mic is all yours. Kill it, baby girl.
Oh, Whirls. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back. This is my first homecoming coming back as an alumni, so this is pretty interesting. Really happy to be here. This first song, this is called Every Time You Lie by Demi Lovato. Now you told me on a Sunday that it wasn't gonna work. I tried to cry myself to sleep cause it was supposed to hurt. We sat next to the fire as the flame was burning out. I knew what you were thinking before you'd say it aloud. So don't say you're sorry cause I'm not even breaking. You're not worth the time that this is taking. I knew better than to let you break my heart, so you'll never see again, won't be showing scars. You still love her, I can see it in your eyes. The truth is all that I can hear every time you lie. I woke up the next morning with a smile on my face and a long list of gentlemen happy to take your place. Less trashy or much classier than who you prove to be. How long's it gonna take before you see that she's no me? I knew better than to let you break my heart, so you'll never see again, won't be showing scars. You still love her, I can see it in your eyes. The truth is all that I can hear every time you lie. At night, awake, I will be sleeping till morning breaks. That's the price you pay for your mistakes. Goodbye to cheating. So don't say you're sorry, cause I'm not gonna listen. I knew better than to let you break my heart, so you'll never see again, won't be showing scars. Oh no, no, you still love her, I can see it in your eyes. The truth is all that I can hear every time you lie. Every time you lie, every time you lie, oh, oh. The truth is all that I can hear every time you lie. Thank you, and this next one, thank you so much. Hope you're all having a good time. It's really hot out here, too. Very nice weather for homecoming. This next one is called King of Anything by Sarah Bareilles. We're going to slow it down a bit. Hope you like it. drinking coffee, stare me down across the table while I look outside. So many things to say if only I were able, but I just keep quiet and count the cars that pass by. You got opinions, man, we're all entitled to them, but I never asked. So let me thank you for your time and try not to waste any more of mine. Get out of here fast. I hate to break it to you, babe, but I'm not drowning. There's no one here to save. Who cares if you disagree? You were not me. Who made you king of anything? So you dare tell me who to be? Who died and made you king of anything? La da 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 da. You sound so innocent, or full of good intent. I swear you know best, but you expect me to jump off on board with you and ride off into your delusional sunset. I'm not the one who's lost with no direction, no, but you'll never see. You're so busy making maps with my name on them in all caps. You got the talking down, just not the listening. And who cares if you disagree? You were not me. Who made you king of anything? So you dare tell me who to be? Who died and made you king of anything? La da 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 ha ha. Who made you king of anything? Ha 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 ha. Who died and made you king of anything? Oh, all my life I tried to make everybody happy while I just heard and hide, waiting for someone to tell me it's my turn to decide. Oh, who cares if you disagree? You were not me. Who made you king of anything? So you dare tell me who to be? Who died and made you king of anything? Oh, who cares if you disagree? You were not me. Who made you king of anything? Oh, you dare tell me who to be? Who died and made you king of anything? Oh, la da. Thank you so much.
Okay, my track skills were not that good enough, but thank you so much, Bree. It feels good having you back.
Thank you so much.
Bree killed it on stage. We're about to send it over to the sports section with Professor Harmon. Guru at Sports is going to break down the Monmouth versus Liberty game, Homecoming 2K17. Let's kick it off.
And welcome back to the sports panel. We are joined by special guest, Professor Matt Harmon. How are you today?
I'm doing great, guys. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Professor, you've done literally everything you can do at Monmouth University. You were a student, now you're a broadcaster, now you're a professor. What does this university mean to you, especially on a day like homecoming?
It's beautiful. I mean, you look around and see everybody coming back here, and you know what we do within the communication department. It's nice that I can remember my days of being here at homecoming as a former football player, then a student, now a professor. So it kind of rolls all together, and it's just fantastic to be here. See how the university's grown over the last 25 years since I was a student, see how far the football program has come, and everything's just on a whole nother level between the building behind us where basketball plays, the brand new football stadium, all the other athletics, plus the improvement that the school has made overall. This is like a second home to me without question.
You kind of answered my next question because you talked about the new stadium, and you played football here. Now you're a broadcaster, so you know the ins and outs of the football program. I was in the press. I was in the press box for the game against Lehigh. It's second to none. What do you think about the renovation of the new stadium?
It's beautiful, and it's exactly what the school needed. It's exactly what the athletic program needed. It's exactly what the football program needed. You know, you think about it, every 5 years they've basically reinvented themselves. They started as an independent, basically, where they would take anybody, and I'm a testament to that, to play, and then moved into the Northeast Conference, then took an independent year, now in the Big South, scholarship football. So to have this go along with a program that's done really well, but is looking to take the next step, that's a great final piece.
I'm excited about it. So let's just, take it back. So what's your favorite thing about Monmouth?
My favorite thing
Your favorite
about
memory,
Monmouth.
anything.
Well, I would say right now my favorite thing, quite honestly, is being at a place that has a special meaning for me as a student and as a graduate to now continue to be able to teach and be involved with you guys as students. I mean, that's without question. It's a fantastic opportunity for me to be at a place where I was able to start my career in broadcasting and now be able to teach that to those that are still interested in the field and stay connected to the school on so many levels, between athletics, between the academics, just the connection that I still have. That's probably the best thing that I could tell you about Monmouth and myself.
Let's shift gears now to the game today. And we got this Monmouth football team 5-1. Did you expect going into the season this success?
I don't know. I mean, do you expect to go 5-1? I don't know that anybody would say that. I would tell you that some of the questions about the team before the season, they've not only answered, but they've answered with a resounding, we're better than maybe a lot of people thought we were going to be. You know, probably the biggest questions going into the year would be, how would the run game do? So far, they've been fantastic. They've got basically 4 running backs that on so many other teams would probably be number 1 guys, and they've been able to carry the load and split things up. That part of it's been really very good. And the defense, which probably was the other big question, where would they fit? How much pressure would they be able to get? How are the young guys going to be able to start to perform? All that stuff has been very positive for Monmouth so far. Now, I would say this. You come in off of a bye last week, so in terms of rest, you've been able to get guys a couple extra days, so those little nicks and bruises that maybe you picked up over the first 6 weeks should be a little bit better. But this is a really good football team in Liberty. They've been one of the best teams in the Big South. They're making the transition to FBS football in the next couple of years. So I think for Monmouth, you're really going to find out exactly where this team is, how good they are, and maybe how good they can be over the course of the next couple of weeks.
You talk about the running game, Professor, and I was at Media Day in August, and when they asked Coach Kevin Callahan in the press conference about the running game, he kind of said that it might be a running back by committee, and Pete Guerrero really took the job and ran with it. He's been phenomenal this season.
Well, Pete's been really good, but Pete's not it. You know, DeVell Jones is one of the top guys in terms of short yardage. He's one of the best guys in all of FCS football in terms of punching the ball in the end zone, so he's kind of been the short yardage guy. Pete, over the course of the last couple of weeks, has been a little bit banged up. He's been one of those guys. So you've seen other guys emerge. Eric Zakori, who's a true freshman, he's played fantastic. Michael Jolly, who's a senior, he's been around the program for the last couple of years. He can be a guy that can kind of spot in. So you really do have 4 running backs that can help anchor the offense moving forward. Plus, you've got a quarterback which keeps getting better in Kenji Bahar. You've got a really good wide receiver core led by Reggie White Jr., who's one of the best receivers in all of FCS football. But to go back to your original point, yeah, Pete has been a great story because this is a guy that last year wasn't even playing football, and now he's one of the better backs probably in the Big South and maybe in all of FCS football.
Shifting over to the defense, we got Mike Basile, leading tackler now in Monmouth football history. How important is he not only on the field but as a leader off the field?
Well, he's just been great ever since he was here, and you can hear Coach Callahan talk about him in so many ways and different ways, but always in the highest regard. When he came here as a freshman, it was pretty apparent the first week of preseason that he was going to be on the field, which isn't very common as a freshman, not just to play, but to be a starter and impact guy. And I know Mike personally, he's not only a real good student athlete, take everything that he does off the field, but he wants to see the program get better. He is what you just said. He's a true leader, and he's been able to really help this program through the last couple of years, which have been, difficult at times.
Mike Basile, obviously the leader of the defense, and defense is going to have a tough test today against Stephen Covert. How is Monmouth going to stop him?
Well, Calvert, real good pocket quarterback, gets the football, likes to get it out. I think what Monmouth's going to have to do defensively is make him move because he's not as comfortable when he gets outside the pocket. So if they can put a little pressure on him, maybe make him feel uncomfortable. And, it's a Liberty team, which quite honestly has been basically Jekyll and Hyde all during the course of the year. 3 wins in a row, including a win over Baylor, who plays in the Big 12, but then 3 losses in a row where they haven't looked very good. They've turned the football over a lot. So from a defensive standpoint, I think Monmouth needs to pressure Calvert and try and keep the ball out of the hands of some of their playmakers. Talk about Reggie White Jr. being a really good wide receiver. Liberty probably has 3 guys that are as good, if not maybe even a little bit better than Reggie.
All right, one more question. You got a prediction for today's game?
I try and stay away from predictions,
that's
especially
fair.
today. I'm supposed to be a neutral
working.
broadcaster.
Okay.
I mean, of course, if you cut through this shirt, it's going to bleed blue.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. Let's take it over to the promo table and for some more games.
Hey guys, we are here playing our second game, Rock, Paper, Scissors. Let's get to know our contestants. What is your name?
My name is Alexa.
And are you a graduate? Are you a student?
I'm a senior.
Awesome, awesome. And what's your favorite part about homecoming?
My favorite part about homecoming is getting to see everyone come back.
Great, great. And what is your name?
I'm Caitlin.
And are you a student or alumni?
I'm alumni.
Awesome. And what was your favorite part about Monmouth?
Just getting to know everybody and making really good friendships.
Great.
Awesome.
Kara, your turn.
What is your name?
Brittany.
Are you an alumni too?
I'm an alumni also.
Awesome. What was your favorite part about going to Monmouth?
My sorority, Alpha Psi Delta, and the great education program, because now I'm a teacher.
Awesome.
I'm Tia.
And you're also a student?
Yes, I'm a senior.
All right. So, are you guys ready to play rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to first start. One person can verse another person, and we're all going to pick different countries because our theme this year is Olympics, so you guys can pick each country and maybe tell us why you picked the country, and then we'll start. So who wants to start first? You want to start? And you? Awesome. So what country are you thinking about to be?
I'll probably take Italy because that's my heritage right there. So.
Awesome. Italy. And what do you like to be?
I'll be Great Britain because my family's from there.
Perfect.
Great.
All right.
And
let's get started.
Yeah, so you guys can just come over here. And who's going to win? You going to win?
I would hope so.
All right. So let's start. So, rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. Wait. Let's do it again. Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh,
Oh.
both scissors.
Let's do it again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper beats.
Paper, rock.
Let's do another one.
Looks like Tia is winning.
You're winning.
Last round. Tie again.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Getting intense, guys.
Wow.
Keep going. You guys are tying.
That's
Come
4
on.
ties in a row. All right. I think we're tied again.
I think we're tied.
One more round?
One more round, and then we'll move on.
Wow.
Tied again. I think we both have winners here.
I think they're thinking alike right now.
Italy and Great Britain getting intense. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Great Britain.
All right, so
Next
let's
team.
keep going. And what country would you like to be?
I'll take Ireland.
And any reason why Ireland?
I have family from there.
Great, great. And what about you?
I'll take Australia
Any reason why?
because she took Italy.
Great reason.
And who's going to win this round?
Probably me.
Oh, getting
Ooh.
intense. Okay, let's start. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors both. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh,
Oh.
paper. Let's keep going. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, it's
think
getting
it's a
tied.
tie.
Let's keep going. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, scissors beats the
Ooh.
paper.
Keep one more round.
And one more round. Okay, let's keep going. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you win. So
All right.
we're gonna have
Ireland won.
We're gonna have you play our other winner for our final
Final
round.
round.
I'm ready. Rock,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's one for you.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
Now
Tied
it's
again.
tied.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
2 against 1.
One more round.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Tie.
All right. Looks like Australia.
All right.
Or Ireland.
Australia
won.
wins. You're
She is
Australia.
Ireland.
Ireland wins. So I would love for you to pick anything off of the promo table and anything you would like. We got some mugs. We got some. Take a
You s-
coffee mug.
Yep. Our other contestants can also take anything they would like.
And now.
Thank you.
And now we're gonna throw it back to the host to go to Bree.
What's up, everybody? We are back here with Bree, Mary, and Bree. Again, you killed it the first time. You're going to kill it again. Thank you so much, Bree, for coming. We appreciate you. Alumni 2017. You going to enjoy the game tonight?
I'm actually not. I'm actually going to a wedding in like a couple hours, so I'm gonna have to paint my nails in the car, guys.
But Thank you so much for coming. Kill it again. Do you think, baby girl?
Mwah.
Part 2.
You gotta love the forehead kiss. It's really just a nice send-off. All right, this one is called Riptide by Vance Joy. Enjoy.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty boys and starting conversations. Oh, all my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in the dream. Oh, and they come unstuck, baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. There's this movie that I think you'll like. This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself. And she's been living on the highest shelf. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. And they come unstuck, baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I just wanna know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way. I swear he's destined for the screen. Closest thing to Bradley Cooper that you ever seen. Oh, baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Baby, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Thank you. And this next one, which is actually my last song, thank you guys so much for letting me play here and be part of Homecoming, is Little Talks of Monsters and Men. I actually got to see these guys in Italy, which was very cool. So if you know the words, please sing along.
I don't like walking around this old and empty house, so hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear. The stairs creak as I sleep, it's keeping me awake. It's the house telling you to close your eyes. And some days I can't even trust myself. It's killing me to see you this way, 'cause the though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. There's an old voice in my head that's holding me back, and tell her that I miss our little talks. Soon it will be over and buried with our past. We used to play outside when we were young and full of life and full of love. Some days I don't even know if I'm right or wrong. Your mind is playing tricks on you, my dear. The truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Hey, don't listen to a word I say. Hey, the screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. You're gone, gone, gone away. I watched you disappear. All that's left is a ghost of you. Now we're torn, torn, torn apart. There's nothing I can do. Just let me go, we'll meet again soon. Now wait, wait, wait for me, please. Hang around. I see you when you fall asleep. Hey, don't listen to a word I say. Hey, the screams all sound the same. Though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. Don't listen to a word I say. Hey, the screams all sound the same. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. 'Cause though the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore.
Thanks so much, you guys. Happy homecoming.
Is he on?
He's on.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Killed it. Once again, Bree, thank you so much for coming here. Homecoming 2017. We are
This is so
all
echoed.
lit. All right.
He took the wrong one.
Oh, he took the wrong one. Put on his.
Guys, we are here to get to know the people of Monmouth a little better. So let's start. What is your name?
Logan,
And what year are you?
freshman.
And what is your favorite part about homecoming? Since it is your first homecoming, what are you excited about?
Probably just the atmosphere and the amount of people that are going to show up for the game and yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And what is your name?
I'm Chris.
And what year are you?
I'm also a freshman.
And what are you excited for?
I'm excited for the football game. Go Hawks.
Awesome, awesome. Everyone's getting pumped? Oh, yeah. A little excited? Yeah. And what are you? What's your name?
I'm Jimmy. I'm a freshman as well.
And what has been your favorite part so far today?
So far, we set up the Hawk head, so we're excited.
Awesome, awesome. Kara,
All right.
back to you.
What is your name? Erin. And are you a student or did you graduate?
I went to undergrad here, but I'm a grad student.
Awesome. And what are you looking forward to most today?
Guess a football game.
Awesome. And what is your name?
Pat.
How are you preparing for today's homecoming game?
How am I preparing for today's homecoming game? That's a very good question. Basically, I'm just going around the parking lot, seeing who I know, and I'm excited for today. Go Hawks, beat Liberty.
And what is your name?
My name's Courtney.
And how are you celebrating homecoming today?
Just hanging out with my friends, catching up. It's so great being back and, like, so obviously I'm an alumni. And just, like, seeing everyone, just running into people. It's such a good vibe.
Awesome. And are you guys ready for some trivia?
Monmouth trivia. Okay, who's going to win, guys? Who is going to win? You? You're going to win?
All right, we have a confident person over there.
All right, so Kara, let's start with the trivia questions.
Starting off with an easy one. What is the name of the building on campus that houses the communication department?
Plangier?
Correct.
Correct.
Next question. True or false? Monmouth University has its own student-run newspaper.
True.
Correct.
And what is it called? Do you know? Yes,
Correct.
you're right.
All right.
All right. Next
Who
question.
is the Monmouth alum that is currently catching passes from Tom Brady on the New England Patriots?
Chris Hogan.
Correct.
Correct.
All right. One more question. True or false? A Monmouth alum has went on to become an Olympic silver medalist. True or false?
True.
False.
All right, so we're just going to ask you some few questions right now. So, anyone specific? Why did you guys attend Monmouth? Anyone? Is it the location, the campus, close to home? Anyone? Yes.
For me, it was kind of all three, and also, too, the communication department at Monmouth had really state-of-the-art equipment as well compared to other schools that I looked at, so that was definitely a factor in me considering coming to Monmouth.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Anyone else? Okay, next question.
All right.
Where's your favorite part to sit around campus? Yeah, just sit, do some homework, hang out with friends.
This might sound really lame, but I'm obsessed with the library, and I want to move in there, so.
It's a little weird, but understandable.
Anyone else?
I was going to say the library, but.
Library too?
Awesome.
All right, next question.
Has anyone had a favorite class so far here?
Political science.
And who was your teacher?
Oh, I have no clue what his name is. It probably sounds terrible, but it's my favorite class.
Awesome, awesome. So it seems like you guys are doing great here, and we're having such a fun time. And who is going to win today? Go Hawks? Go Hawks,
Go
guys.
Hawks.
Come on.
All right.
So thank you guys for participating in this, and we have some cool stuff at the promo table if you guys want to take anything, and it's been a great time with you.
Back to you guys over there.
Hey guys, just a couple quick reminders before we move on. We have a Snapchat geotag. Make sure you're using it and sending us the pictures. And this is also a charity event, so make sure to keep those donations coming.
All right, we have a Big South preview where Monmouth opens up their conference slate game today against Liberty. Homecoming 2K17. Matt DeLuca and defensive lineman Sam Pierce break down game analysis on a special segment on the Extra Point.
Hello and welcome to a special homecoming edition of the Extra Point. My name is Matt DeLuca, joined by my good buddy Sam Pierce. We are going to break down the Big South Conference here. Sam, Monmouth entering conference play on Saturday for homecoming to play Liberty. Liberty, a team that is moving up to FBS next year, but we still have 4 other conference games down the road. Absolutely. So we're going to review Monmouth's schedule as a whole and the outlook they have, and then also some of these individual teams. So you play on the football team, Sam.
Yes, I do.
You do a lot of scouting for a lot of these teams that you have to go play in the months of October and November. How do you think the Big South is shaping up to be this fall?
The Big South is shaping up to be an arms race because, as you know, Liberty's leaving. Charleston is down. They're not the mighty giants that they're used to being a top 10 FCS team. So it's really an arms race. Everybody's just trying to race to the top. You know, it's the Big South now has to have a new identity with no Coastal being here anymore and Liberty leaving. It's kind of like who's going to be the new top dog. And as Monmouth, I think we have a great chance of being that top dog.
And you speak to sort of a transition that the Big South is making. And I've labeled it on a lot of shows, both TV and radio, as a transitory period of this conference. You know, you lose Coastal Carolina a year or two ago. That team was arguably the best team in all of FCS for an extended period of time.
Absolutely, number one in the nation.
Then you get Liberty, who's now going to FBS as well. So the door is wide open for anyone. And especially now with Liberty not really playing for anything, that those games suddenly become winnable too.
Absolutely.
And who do you see to be the toughest test here to Monmouth here in Big South?
Well, the toughest test is easily going to be Kennesaw State University. It's down in Kennesaw. You know, they have the #1 offense in the conference, a top defense, #1 rusher. They're averaging about 350 yards rushing a game. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're barely throwing the ball. But they also have an elite receiver. So they barely throw the ball, but when they do, it's a home run. They offer a lot of challenges because, you know, it's hard to defend that triple option. That's a different type of offense, you know. It presents different challenges. You can be a great defense and still not be able to stop the triple option.
And it's funny because this is a Kennesaw team that has really been sort of in the middle of the pack for an extended period of time. And they're banking on probably the same thing that I'd argue Monmouth is, with a lot of veteran experience.
Absolutely.
And it's so undervalued, and especially in the college game, to be able to have so many guys of upperclassmen and all that experience out there on the field. And one thing that you mentioned, too, that I love about Kennesaw is their tough run defense.
Absolutely.
And you and I both know this is a Monmouth team that loves to run the football. And when they are able to run the football behind that offensive line, that opens up not only the game for scoring opportunities for the running backs, but also makes it easier for quarterback Kenji Bahar to make throws. So I think that final game of the season between Monmouth and Kennesaw, Sam, is really going to be a testament to which is better, the Monmouth offensive line or the stout front seven of Kennesaw State.
Absolutely, and I think it can go vice versa as well, because Monmouth also has a top defense and Kennesaw has a top offense. So we're going to see how that shakes up. You know, Monmouth is #2 in rush defense. They're only giving up about 75 yards per game, which is great. They're going to go against a team that runs the ball predominantly. So we're going to see what's going to give. We're going to see who's going to give.
So the first game, obviously, in Big South plays Liberty. Obviously, it's sort of an asterisk next to it, depending on how you see Liberty as a Big South opponent.
Yeah, because they're not really a Big South team, but a loss will go against your conference record, but Liberty cannot win the Big South.
It's so strange to me with all the new relegations of conferences and people moving up and down, because it creates all those conditions.
Absolutely.
But then you get in the, I consider it to be real conference play the week later when you travel to Charleston Southern. Again, you can never take them lightly, Sam. And it's a team that
we have not beaten them yet.
One thing that Charleston does is they play a tough schedule. And once you get past those two games, Sam, then you have Gardner-Webb and Presbyterian at home. So it's an easier start to the month of November, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough. Liberty and Charleston Southern back-to-back are going to be tough. Those are going to be two of the toughest games behind the Kennesaw State game, which I believe will be the conference championship, the last game of the season. But Charleston Southern's #1 defense is stout. They brought back Anthony Ellis, who was the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, and it's going to be pretty hard to run the ball against them and pass the ball against them. But again, like you said, the key to Monmouth winning any game is using the run to set up the pass. You know, Kenji is second in the conference in efficiency, and that's because a lot of it is set off play actions and runs and things like that to really get him in the groove and give him easy throws to make. So that's really going to be the key.
Well, it's going to be really interesting to see going forward. Probably the most intriguing season of Big South play since its inception in 2002.
Absolutely.
Wide open for a lot of reasons, and I think you and I would both agree, Monmouth, Kennesaw State to end the regular season could decide a lot for the conference. Well, that will just about do it, Sam. Thank you for coming on, as always. Good luck on Saturday for homecoming. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this special homecoming edition of The Extra Point right here on Hawk TV, channel 12.1.
Man, shout out to the WMCX 88.9 radio station. We're doing a simulcast with them. Shout out to Hawk TV and the crew for working hard back there. And, man, we just having fun. Homecoming 2017, we lit.
Yeah, it's going amazing, guys. And now we're going to go to our sports panel, and they're going to have some more information for you.
Hey, guys, and welcome back to our sports panel. So, guys, let's take a look. What are your thoughts so far for this game?
For keys of today's game, I think this is a perfect matchup for Monmouth. You look at their running game, as we talked about so much in the previous segment, guys. They're averaging 200 yards a game rushing, and Liberty's defense is giving up 200 yards per game rushing. So this is a perfect opportunity for Pete Guerrero and the fellow Monmouth running backs to really get going. And with that successful running game, you can open up the play-action pass for Kenji Bahar later in the game.
Glenn, I know it's going to sound really cliche here, but Monmouth absolutely needs to get off to a fast start. Liberty this year, or overall I should say, when they trail after the first quarter under their head coach Turner Gill, 5-14. When they trail at half, they're 4-20. They've only allowed one opponent to score on their first drive this season. It's arguably the best team in the Big South, Kennesaw State. It's, as I said, it's going to sound cliche, but if this Monmouth team, especially at home, can get a few points up on the board early, it's going to go a long way to determining the game.
And you make a really good point, Monmouth. If they get that lead into halftime, they could really go to work in the third quarter. This season, for the Hawks in the third quarter, they lead their opponents 77-12. So, as you said, a good start can really set them up in the second half to really blow this game open.
And you know Liberty's going to come in with kind of a chip on their shoulder. They've lost 3 straight games to top teams in the FCS. They haven't lost 4 straight games since 2012. So you know they're going to come out aggressive. They're going to come out and try to show why they're one of the better teams in this conference for so long.
And we're going to shift over to Liberty for a second. They have a fantastic quarterback, Stephen Colbert, averaging 312 yards in the air. So it's really important for the Monmouth defensive line to get pressure on the quarterback to make him throw some mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Calvert, you can't say enough about him. He is on pace to break numerous Liberty Flames records, such as passing yards, touchdown passes, passing completions, total offensive production. He's been one of the more efficient quarterbacks in FCS this year. There's not a lot you can say about him, but I like what Harmon said. If the Hawks can get him outside the pocket, that's where you can make him maybe make some mistakes, maybe throw some interceptions, because he's not as comfortable outside the pocket as he is inside.
And that's exactly right, and that's why we said the defensive line is so important, to get him outside the pocket, to force him to make mistakes. And this is a Monmouth secondary. Everyone in the secondary basically has an interception, so pressure on Colbert, getting him in trouble outside the pocket, they can create some turnovers and really make a stamp on this game.
And I think the big thing for Liberty, if they want to have a chance, they need to establish some type of run game. They have one of the worst running attacks in FCS. Their passing game has accounted for 72.8% of their total offensive production this year. That's one of the top marks in FCS. You're not going to win games consistently if that's the case.
So defensively, can you give me a guy who you're looking at for Monmouth to really step up today?
I think, yeah, it's going to... We talked about Mike Basile earlier, right? And, you know, more power to him, but it's going to be Manny Margado. He is a fifth-year senior. He has 7 tackles for a loss, 5 sacks. That leads Monmouth this year. He's one of their all-time leaders in sacks, believe it or not. I think if he can get going early, you know, just stuff the run game in the backfield, they'll be in good shape.
And going to the other side of the ball on offense for Monmouth, I'm going to look at Kenji Bahar today. We know how good the running backs have been. We've talked about this extensively on this program so far. So eventually, at some point, maybe today or maybe sometime this season, teams are going to figure out how to stop the Monmouth run, and that's when Kenji Bahar needs to show what he's worth.
Right.
Yeah, and I think another thing, I want to go back to this Liberty team real quick, because this is a matchup we need to watch. They are extremely efficient in the red zone this year. They have 12 touchdowns, 8 field goals. They've scored 20 out of the 22 times that they've reached that area of the field this year. Monmouth, though, they have a pretty nice red zone defense, right? They are only allowing opponents to score 73.9% of the time. When they reach the red zone, that's something that we're going to have to watch.
And it's really interesting now for Monmouth as we go into conference play. This is really a team that we didn't expect too much out of them, and now they're here, and they have a real chance to make a run at the conference.
Yeah, and if you're Monmouth, this isn't a must-win, but this is really important because you have a couple of easier games coming up in Presbyterian, Gardner-Webb, teams like that before that showdown we mentioned with Kennesaw State at the end of the season. If you can pick up a win against this team that's moving to the FBS next year, it would be huge.
Now, it's not a must-win per se, but when you have a crowd like this, it's homecoming. All the alums are here. This is a game, if you're Kevin Callahan and you're the Monmouth Hawks, you really want to win in front of the biggest crowd in the program's history.
Yeah, and Liberty, they've been one of the most successful teams in the Big South since its inception. So just picking up a win here, of course, maybe Monmouth comes in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They got shellacked last year by Liberty in Liberty's homecoming, so maybe they return the favor this year.
So now it's time for prediction time. What do you think is going to happen today?
I think if you look at the matchups on paper, Monmouth has a really good shot to win this game. I'm going to pick the Hawks here. I'm going to go 31-27, Glenn.
I think I'm going to pick the Hawks, too. I don't think it's going to be as high-scoring as you say. I'm going to go 24-21. I think it's going to be a nail-biter down the stretch. And I think whoever has the ball last, hopefully it's Monmouth, I think that team pulls out the win.
Absolutely. And just one final stat I want to talk about. We mentioned how this Liberty team, they have trouble running the ball. They are 12-23 during Turner Gill's 10 years head coach when they're being outrushed. So at least you look at this on paper, Monmouth should be able to win that matchup pretty easily.
Absolutely.
Well, we have an exciting game ahead of us at 1 o'clock, so please make sure you actually go. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, so much for your input. It was really great talking with you. Now let's take it back on over to the promo table.
Hey, guys, we are here. We're going to play our last game, the human ring toss. In this game, we're going to have teams of
2 people each. They have to actually throw the pool noodle tube on each other's heads, and whoever gets it on each other's heads wins 5 points. And
And if you get it on their body or any part of their body, you get 1 point. So we're going to have teams, and each team is going to have a country name because the theme of this year is Olympics. So we're going to start and get to know our contestants first.
What are your names?
I'm Joy.
My name's Julio.
And what country would you like to be for today?
USA.
All right, we got America.
USA.
And what is your name?
My name is Bree. Hi.
And what's your name?
Giuseppe.
Ooh. And what country would you guys like to be today?
Italy.
All right, so it's U.S. versus Italy.
Here's your tube.
And who is going to win today?
USA.
Okay, so.
Step over here, and then we can play the
So
game.
we're going to step over here.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Come here. All right, so over here.
We can do 3 throws each and count the points after. You can do whatever you want, Bree. All right, let's get
so
started.
On the count of 3, we're going to start. 1, 2,
2,
3. That's 5 points.
All right.
All right, let's keep going.
Team Italy is winning.
Italy, let's go. That's 10 points. All right,
Keep
that's 1
going.
point for U.S. That's
All right.
5 points for U.S.
All right,
15 points for
15 to
Italy.
10.
Italy, it's getting intense.
Oh, no.
Here you go.
20 points for Italy.
All right, keep going.
Keep going, guys.
It's getting
man.
intense, guys.
It looks like they're getting close to a tie. I don't know.
I think we're getting there.
And
Okay. Now, we're going to switch throwers. Okay, ready?
All right, I think Italy is winning right now.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, it's 5 points each.
All right, keep going, guys. No cheating, no cheating.
10 points for
points.
the U.S.
15 points. Oh, we got
Oh,
some
no.
creativity in Italy. All right, guys,
All right.
keep going. Oh, look
Let's
at that.
go, America.
America, you're getting this. And who is winning, Kara? Who's winning?
I think America's winning.
America's
this round.
winning? I think we're getting close.
Come
We're
on,
getting
Italy,
close.
step up your game.
I think it might be a tie.
All right.
It might be a tie. Okay, let's bring it back, guys.
I think you guys are both doing pretty good jobs.
Doing good, guys. Keep going.
Come on, one more.
One more try. All right. I think it's done.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was a good game, guys. Very intense, very intense. So you guys can pick up anything from the promo table. But
Good game, guys.
all right.
You guys put up a wonderful fight.
And we're going to throw it back to the hosts.
Hey guys, so now we're going to throw it to some information about field hockey. So the Monmouth Field Hockey has experienced a lot of success this past calendar year. They won 12 of their first 15 games this season, made the NCAA tournament a year ago, and were nationally ranked. So we caught up with senior Mallory Kusakovich and head coach Carly Figlio to discuss all of the success as well as the team's outlook to go forward in conference play.
After making the NCAA tournament last year, I mean, we really felt a lot of pressure, good pressure. Going into this season, we had high expectations for the team and for ourselves, and I think we're really doing well with that.
Well, I think last year's NCAA appearance was another just step for us. It was the second time that we had made it that far. And I think the 2 times that we made the NCAA game and the fashion that we lost those games kind of builds a big hunger. You know, losing in the last couple minutes and just losing by a goal both times, it's been tough, but it's nice to kind of have something to strive for. That's really what we're looking to do.
beating a Big Ten team is pretty awesome. We did before my freshman year when we played Rutgers here at home as well. But going into the Indiana game, we knew it was a big deal. It was our last game before our conference play, so it was really important for us to start off high and to know going into that game and winning with all that confidence we had going into our conference play. It was really important for us. Personally, being in the top 25, it's definitely something that we've been going for my whole 4 years here at Monmouth. Starting off my freshman year, we did have a lot of success, and so naturally you just want to keep reaching higher and higher goals. So finally accomplishing that goal of being ranked is pretty awesome.
Well, I think, being in the top 25 is an amazing feat, and it felt great. And I think, again, it's a testament to the philosophy of the girls and the hard work put in. There's a lot of hours and extra time spent when nobody's looking in the summer, and I think all that kind of has proven us to be in those national talks. So it's fantastic.
I mean, we love it. Bring on the attention. We want as much publicity we can get here on the field hockey team. We really strive for excellence, and I think that through our play and the coaching staff, we're doing a really good job achieving that.
Well, I think it's hard. I mean, it's conference time, and so it's anybody's game. As we've seen so far, we had a tough loss against Fairfield, and so everybody right now is 1-1. Anybody can host, anybody can win it, and I think the parity within the conference is really getting smaller and smaller. So for us, we were taking it game by game and really focusing on finishing the ball, really focusing on kind of clogging up the middle of the field and getting back on recovery runs. But I think more than that is just restoking the fire as to who do we want to be in this conference and who do we want to be on the national scene, and not losing focus on who we are, and then approaching each game with a ton of respect and just going as hard as we possibly can.
Okay, guys, just a few reminders before we move on. We're simulcasting with the X, 88.9 FM. We have a Snapchat geotag. There are promo items. We're taking donations for Feeding South Florida. So keep all these things in mind. Now we're going to take it over to Henya and Kara back at the promo table.
Hey, guys. We are back for our last man on the street for today. And let's get to know our contestants again. What is your name?
I'm Matt DeLuca.
No, you're not, but okay.
I'm Dylan McGilloway.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm also Matt DeLuca.
Everyone's Matt today. And what's your name?
I'm Matt Harmon.
All right.
All right, so we're just going to ask you a little different questions about Monmouth and questions about yourself and see what you guys like the most. So, let's
Question
start.
1. How are you guys preparing for today's homecoming game?
I'm producing the show, so with my tall glass of water over here, Matt DeLuca, and my other tall glass of water, Nick Galasio. So we did a lot. We produced a lot of things.
Awesome. How about you?
I had a tailgate with my parents. I texted Matt DeLuca last night about 10:45 to figure out when I had to be here, and I only showed up 15 minutes late.
All right, well, we're all here today. We're going to have some fun.
We don't care. You're getting
Now.
How about you, Matt?
Well, you see, I'm producing with this handsome gentleman right here. We're also calling the game 1 p.m. on WMCX. Myself and Warren's Francois on the call. Should be a good one. Shameless plug.
All right.
And how does this homecoming this year differ from last year in any way? Any of you guys? Yes, Matt.
So you just did it once. In any case, it's different because there's a new facility, and it really shows that you could bring in so much more people. The one thing about this game is that there's the most ticket pre-sales ever for a Monmouth football game. So the attention is there. ESPN3 is going to be there. The Big South Conference is going to be here. That's why it's different from last year. There's a lot more media attention.
I'm buzzing in.
All right, great answer, great answer.
Can I buzz in? We're also live on YouTube, so that's really different. We haven't done that before. We said we've been live every year, but this is the first time that we're like live to more than just on campus, which I think is really cool. All the alumni writing in the comments, wow, that Dylan kid is so handsome. Thank you.
Oh, my
great,
gosh.
Great TV, guys. Hawk TV is live on YouTube. All right, next question. What is your favorite place to sit, do homework, hang out with friends on campus? Yes.
The women's bathroom on the second floor of Wilson Hall.
It's so fancy, isn't it?
It has like more than one couch. One bathroom has more than one couch in a bathroom.
Many couches.
And it has a bathtub, right?
Yeah. It's also pink, and I really like pink, so.
Great answer, great answer. Anyone else?
What was the question again?
Favorite place to hang out with your friends or do homework on campus?
Oh, everyone knows that the people of Hawk TV enjoy hanging out in the e-board office, where myself and my cohorts like to make television.
Perfect.
Awesome, awesome. And have you taken any class that's been like a standout or that you've loved it a lot?
I'm gonna go with Mass Comm, taught by Robert Scott, sitting over there. I like seeing the fish pictures at the end. It always makes the day worth it. I'll put it out there. It's worth it.
Anyone else?
For me, it's with Cactus Boy Nick Messina. He does talk radio. One of my favorite classes because I get to really just hang out with my friends, make radio, and just learn from Messina. Great resource.
Awesome, awesome. Seems like we have great faculty, great staff, great teachers. We have a great crew, and now we're going to bring it back to the hosts.
Hey, what's up, everybody? World's here along with Alyssa, the two sexiest dark skins alive, hosting Homecoming 2017. So as of right now, Monmouth football coach Kevin Callahan has been the program's only head coach for the past 25 years. We spoke to him, talked about the new stadium, his current players, Monmouth alumni in the NFL, as well as today's Homecoming football game versus Liberty.
Really like the way our team is preparing. You know, every day they come out here to the practice field, and there's really a very strong focus on the task at hand, on what we have to accomplish that day. And really, you know, our success on Saturdays is a result of our preparation during the week. And I tell our team frequently that you win games on Monday through Friday, you just get to play in those games on Saturday. The thing that impresses me about Kenji is his development as a leader and as a quarterback. You know, first of all, as a leader, you can tell that he is in control of our offense. He's in control of the locker room. His demeanor on the field causes all the players to kind of look up to him. And then from what he's doing from a technical aspect, I think he spent a lot of time throughout the winter and the spring on the details of playing the quarterback position. He's got a great understanding of what we're doing from a schematic standpoint on offense and what we're trying to accomplish conceptually. And I think we're seeing the result of that, all of those things on Saturdays on the field. Anytime you have an older team, it's going to be a positive thing for you. You know, and we have a number of guys, as you mentioned, in the offensive line, in the defensive secondary, and throughout all the positions on the team who've played an awful lot of football. And it's that experience that they've gained in their first 1, 2, or 3 years that really carries over and helps them perform on each and every Saturday. All of our players that have had the opportunity to play in the NFL and play in the next level, we're all certainly very proud of all of them. And really, it's a testament to not only their athletic ability, but also to their hard work and their drive and desire. And I think each and every one of them earned the opportunity or earned that right to play on Sundays. I think each and every year now we have a couple of guys on our team who the NFL takes notice of. This year is no different. There's guys out here that are under the watchful eye of the NFL. As a matter of fact, we had a couple of scouts here today, and there's really not a practice that goes by when we don't have NFL people here on the sideline. We're very fortunate to have the opportunity to play in this great facility, as you see in the background here, and it was a long time coming, but I think, you know, it demonstrates Monmouth's commitment to the football program here, and I know our players love playing in this first-class venue. You know, now that the scoreboard is up and working too, that adds a little bit more to it, and we're excited to see that on Saturday. But I think it just shows the progress that the program has made throughout the first 25 years. We know them, you know, they're a very, very talented football team. They're well coached, and as you mentioned, they have some signature wins for their program. They're very explosive on the offensive side of the ball. They can throw the ball extremely well. They have receivers who can stretch the field. Their offensive line is very, very big. You know, first of all, we're going to have to play an excellent game on defense. We can't allow them to have explosive plays where they get chunks of yardage at a time. We need to make them earn everything that they can get. And then on the offensive side, we got to protect the football. We can't give them any more opportunities via a turnover than they're going to have anyway. And I think we've got to be able to move the ball down the field and put some points on the board. And we're excited about it. You know, we've taken the non-conference portion of our schedule, and we're sitting at 5-1 right now. But as I've told the team, all of that is kind of history. That doesn't matter right now. Now our focus is on the 5-game stretch of Big South play, and we're really taking it week to week. And our goal for this week is to be 1-0.
Well, it has been an amazing show. I had a great time. Worlds, I know you had a great time. I hope you viewers, I hope you guys had a great time. So I'm kind of sentimental right now. This is my last homecoming as an undergrad. This is my last Hawk TV homecoming show. I don't know. I'm a little sad.
Hey, you could come back as alumni next year. Don't worry about
I
it.
definitely will be back as an alumni. How you feeling, Worlds?
Man, I'm feeling good. Are you guys not entertained? Are you not entertained? This is homecoming
It's
2017,
homecoming.
man. We need people hyped. We're facing Liberty. We got a great game going on later at 1 p.m. Don't forget to catch the game. Me and Matt DeLuca will be calling it. Kickoff starts at 1 p.m. on WMCX 88.9 FM. Who you got winning today's game, Alyssa?
I think we are. It's the rise of the Hawks. We're rising and flourishing, and we're going to keep going higher.
This football says right here, Hawk TV, Hawks fight together. 31-28 is my prediction. Petey Guerrero is going to get the running game going. Kenji Bearhart, I want 4 touchdowns and 500 yards out of you, big fella. Hawk TV.
So thank
We
you for
getting this
watching
W.
us, guys. We really had a wonderful time. We hope you did. Keep using our filter. Keep sending in those donations. We had a wonderful time with you guys.
Homecoming 2K17. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back next year.